I'm Peter Whitmore. I'm 73 years old. Some of you may remember me from a video I shared a few weeks ago. I never expected the response it received, and I'm deeply grateful for every message, every comment, every person who listened. But today, I need to talk about something I didn't say then. Something more personal. Something that changed the way I understand love, marriage, and what it truly means to share a life with another person. And I need you to hear this carefully, because if you don't, you might carry the same quiet regret I do for the rest of your life. My wife Susan and I were married for 41 years, longer than many people have even been alive. For most of that time, I believed we had a good marriage, not perfect, but stable, respectful, reliable, the kind of marriage that lasts. But here's something no one warns you about long relationships. You can live beside someone for decades and still never truly know them. You can share a home, a bed, a routine, and still remain strangers in the ways that matter most. Susan died 6 years ago. Pancreatic cancer. Diagnosed in March, gone by July. 4 months. That's all it took to turn someday into never. During her final weeks, lying in a hospice bed, she said something that echoes in my mind every single day. Peter, we spent too much time trying to be right instead of trying to be close. At first, I didn't understand. I felt defensive. We rarely argued. We supported each other. We built a life together. Wasn't that enough? But that was exactly the problem. We were comfortable, and comfortable is not the same as connected. Over the years, Susan suggested small things. Let's take a pottery class together. Why don't we go dancing again? Remember when we used to stay up talking all night? And every time I had a reason. Too tired, too busy, too expensive, not practical. I wasn't trying to hurt her. I genuinely believed we had time. I thought love was about big things, providing stability, showing up during crises, being loyal, being dependable. But I was wrong. Love is built in the small moments. The ordinary conversations at breakfast, the pointless walks that become meaningful memories, the way you truly listen when your partner speaks. And slowly, without noticing, I stopped doing those things. One missed moment became another. One not tonight became a pattern. One maybe later turned into never. Susan adapted. She stopped asking me to dance, stopped suggesting new experiences, stopped reaching for deep conversations. She built her own world, friends, hobbies, routines, and we became polite roommates who happened to be married, kind, respectful, and deeply alone. I told myself this was normal, that this is what long marriages become. But comfort can sometimes be another word for complacency. When she got sick, everything changed. Suddenly there was a deadline. All the later moments had an expiration date. And during those final months, we spoke more honestly than we had in decades. She told me about dreams she quietly abandoned, about loneliness she never showed, about feeling invisible even while sitting beside me. One night, 3 weeks before she died, she told me about a trip she had always wanted, Scotland. Her grandmother came from there. She dreamed of seeing the Highlands, walking through old villages, understanding her roots. She had mentioned it many times over the years, and every time I dismissed it. Too expensive, Bad timing, maybe after retirement. We never went, and now we never will. She wasn't angry when she told me. That made it worse. She was simply sad, resigned, as if she had accepted long ago and I would never truly share her excitement. I asked why she never insisted. She said, "I didn't want you to do it out of obligation. I wanted you to want it because it mattered to me." That sentence shattered me, because she didn't want Scotland. She wanted connection. Here's what I've learned, and I hope you listen carefully. The greatest threat to a relationship isn't betrayal or dramatic conflict. It's indifference. It's assuming your partner will always be there. It's stopping the effort because things feel stable. It's believing there's always more time. After Susan died, I found a journal in her nightstand. It felt like meeting a stranger I should have known better than anyone else. She wrote about loneliness, about feeling unheard, about moments when I was physically present but emotionally absent. Times I chose work over her, times I chose my phone over her voice. She also wrote about love, about hoping the man she married would come back. I was right there every night, and yet I was worlds away. I wasn't cruel. I wasn't malicious. I was simply complacent. And relationships don't usually end from one catastrophic mistake. They fade through thousands of small neglects. So let me ask you something. When was the last time you truly talked to your partner, not about schedules or responsibilities, but about dreams and fears? When was the last time you did something purely because it would make them smile? When was the last time you looked at them and felt grateful they exist in your life? If you can't remember, you might be walking the same path I did. Because one day, and this is a hard truth, one of you will be gone, and there are no second chances after that. Susan and I had 41 years, and I wasted too many of them being comfortable instead of connected. Love is not something you feel once and then maintain on autopilot. Love is something you practice every day, in curiosity, in effort, in attention, in choosing closeness even when it's inconvenient. People told me I was a good husband. They were wrong. I was adequate, and adequate is not enough for something as precious as love. 6 years later, I still think about Scotland. How easy it would have been to say yes. A week of my time, some money. It would have meant everything to her. Later never comes. So if you love someone, don't wait. Ask them their dreams. Listen deeply. Say yes more often. Because one day you may find yourself where I am now, sitting alone, looking at old photographs, realizing you had everything and didn't fully appreciate it until it was gone. Susan was right. We wasted too much time being right instead of being close. Don't make my mistake. Love intentionally. Love actively. Love while you still have time.